I'm Barbara. Welcome to this week's episode of Craft Corner. I have been reading some Minions books, and I thought it would be really fun today to make some Minions bookmarks. And in order to do that, you're going to need some craft foam in yellow and dark blue. I have found that the thinner this foam is, the better. So if you get your own, then make sure you get the skinny, not the real thick, because it makes too fat of a bookmark if you have the fat. I have a pattern here for our kits. And if you get the pattern, fine, but it would be very easy for you to do this without a pattern. The strips that you need, the yellow ones, I cut about 1.5 inches wide and 6 inches long. The blue ones are 1.5 inches wide and 4 inches long. You need this craft foam. You're going to need some Google eyes, and I've got 1 inch, or I think this is 1/2 inch. Maybe it's 1 inch. Oh, you need a ruler. This is 1/2 inch, and I had written down inch. Okay, 1/2 inch eye and 1/4 inch eyes. You need 2 1/4 inch eyes and 1 1/2 inch eye. You're going to need a marking pen and some glue dots, your scissors, and some black yarn, maybe 2 inches, so I've got plenty. All right, so to start with, you need these in strips. I have already cut these. So you would do a 6 inch yellow one and a 4 inch blue one. And you need to take, on the pattern it shows you where to cut in. These would be for his overalls. So you want to go about 1/2 inch down and cut in a little bit and go another 1/2 inch and cut again. So you're cutting out a little notch like that. And you're going to go on the opposite side and do the same thing. And this is just cutting out for your Minions arms. So you want to take your overalls and you're going to glue them with glue dots to your yellow piece. So we'll do that. Just a couple of glue dots should do it. I'm doing 3. I'm doing 2 on the main body and then 1 up there between where the arms are, a little bit higher. Okay, so I have 3 glue dots on here, and I'm going to put the blue down here. Now you see I've cut this a little crooked, so I'm just going to go in and trim off the extra yellow that sticks out. And then when I get up here at the top, well, right now it's square, but you want to cut that so it's rounded. So just take your scissors and round it off. Okay? Now for this one, we're going to make the guy that has just the one eye in the middle of his forehead. So put a glue dot on the back of that bigger Google eye and stick that right there. And then we want to give him a smile. So we're going to go down here with our black marker and make a smile. And you know that band thing that goes around his eye, we want to do that too. Actually, you could have done that before you put the eye on. but you can do it after too. I'm just going to pull him off and do it so that it goes all the way through. Okay, there you go. Now, you've got his little face there. Now, on your pattern, I've got the logo for his overalls, if you want to draw that in. And just look at the pattern and go from there. And then we want to put a little bit of a mark there for where his arms start. So I've got these marks here. And the only thing he's still missing is some hair. So I flip him over and I'm going to put a glue dot right at the back of his head, down here. And I'm going to cut some bits of yarn off of this piece of yarn. So say maybe 4 of them. And we're going to stick those on the back of his head so that your little minion has some hair. Now don't worry if you get this uneven or whatever. You can either trim it, or he's kind of cute with uneven hair. There he is. This guy's all done. Now we're going to go real quick and make the other guy. I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to cut out the arms of his overalls on both sides. And then I'm going to glue that on the bookmark. And glue his overalls to his body. Then I'm going to trim a rounded head. Well, this time I'm going to remember to do this first. I'm going to put a band across his head. Right there. And I'm also going to give him, he's got a little crooked smile in the one I made. I kind of like that. So I'm going to give him a crooked smile. Now, when I glue those eyes on, these are smaller eyes, so I'm just pulling the glue dots apart so I don't have as much glue behind each one. And I'll put them right on the band that's across his face. And we have his face now. And we're going to put some hair on him. Let me do a little trim job here because he's got some yellow showing. There you go. We'll put some hair on him. So say 3 or 4 of these little pieces of yarn. And a piece of glue across the back of his head. And we're putting the yarn on the glue. You want to make sure you got enough yarn to cover up all the stickiness of the glue, otherwise you're going to get your book sticky when you go to use this as a bookmark. All right, so there he goes. And he's all ready. Oh, wait a minute. We still need to put the logo. And the little arm places. And there you go. You have 2 minions, and you can use them in your books as bookmarks. So there we have it. See you next week. Thank you.